Here are 10 tips to help you enjoy your honeymoon. Welcome back to Zelic Media. This is going to be a little bit of a different video because it's not our usual tech stuff. My new wife and I went on our honeymoon and we came back last weekend. So we decided to work together on this and make a list of 10 items to help you and your spouse enjoy your honeymoon. And you could even take some of these pieces of advice and move them onto a regular vacation. So here we go. Step 1, pack accordingly. If you are going somewhere tropical, make sure you bring those kind of climate clothes, including some rain gear. It rained every day on our honeymoon, but it was only for a couple hours in the morning and a little bit on our ATV ride. If you are going somewhere cooler, bring your warmer clothes, but don't overdo it. You just might need one pair of pants or a couple long sleeve shirts, but be careful because it's easier to fill a suitcase with clothes for a colder climate. If you can't exactly tell what the weather's going to be like while you're there, or it seems to be a variety, make sure you just bring a little bit of everything, but don't overdo it. You want to make sure you leave a little bit of room for your souvenirs or bottles that you want to return back home. Step 2, it's not just about the destination, it can be about the journey as well. Some of us focus too much on where we are going, what kinds of plans we are anticipating, what the food will taste like, or a million other things we can concern ourselves while in traveling internationally. Slow down. Smell the roses, and sometimes it's literal. Enjoy the ride you're on. Look at the windows and enjoy the scenery, whether you are at the terminal or on the plane or even on the bus ride to the resort. You can't get that time back, so make sure you soak up every second you can while you're spending it with your loved one. Step 3. Do some do-nothing days. That might even mean stay poolside. It's a time to relax, enjoy a good book in the sun, drink some beverages of choice, and to even take a nap. Just make sure if you're out in the sun, you wear plenty of sunscreen. It feels great to lay on the pool floaty and close your eyes for a moment, letting the water whisk you around the pool as you are focusing on the warm light on your face while your feet are in the cool water, just being completely present in the moment in a meditative state. Step 4, make sure you go on adventures. Do a sightseeing tour. Learn about the country you're visiting. It's amazing to hear and learn about the country you're in. We did an ATV tour for one half of the island, and it was amazing to see all the remnants of coral, iron, and volcanic residue shape the island. You wouldn't be able to ride under the wind turbines sitting at the pool. You won't be able to feel the sea's mist on your face as it rages against the volcanic shores. Go out there and see the world. Step 5, this is a bit of a combination between the two. Do things you wouldn't always do. If you're an introvert that likes laying on the beach, go out and do at least one excursion. I get that a vacation is supposed to be relaxing, but what better time to step outside your comfort zone than when you are already in a hopefully relaxed state. That goes the same for those who only want to party, adventure on excursions, and go crazy. Sit down. Slow down. Relax and enjoy some of the simple things like the beautiful sky, reading a book on the beach, or just enjoying some beverages by the side of your better half. It works well when each person is the opposite of the other, helping you get out of your comfort zone, but on other days you'll be able to recharge your batteries. Step 6, make sure you get some food and drinks with your spouse. Do this especially if you booked an all-inclusive resort. There is really no limit on how much you are allowed. Figure out where the best cocktails are, and ending the evenings with a delicious meal is important to the foundation of your relationship because you get to share those intimate moments of just you and them. Step 7, make sure you take lots of photos and videos. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of things that you do remember, but we are human. We will forget a lot of things as well. You will appreciate looking back one day on the album and seeing what everything looked like, how handsome your husband was, or that amazing dinner you had. Make sure you bring something back to share with others that are either debating on going to the same vacation place or your mother-in-law just trying to live vicariously through all the photos. Step 8, get information about where you're going and where you're staying. Gathering useful information is a huge plus here. It can make a world of difference between enjoying your trip or going back home with a headache. The biggest tip is get it all in writing. You're going to get a lot of info in a short amount of time and you might not be able to retain it all. Some things that you should get information on are all the restaurants, when they open, what they serve, when they serve it, bars, which ones are open at certain times, if they're poolside, if you need to make a reservation at anything. Some resorts even have cool events going on. For example, there might even be events where you get to meet some of the staff and share a cocktail with them. 9 p.m. every day at our resort, they had an entertainment hour where they had people dancing, doing acrobatics, juggling. It was crazy. Step 9, talk to other guests. A great way to figure out ins and outs of a resort is to figure out what other people have experienced. They aren't being paid to tell you all the good and bad things about it, so their opinion is a little bit more honest than everyone else's. This comes in handy when it comes to food, drinks, excursions, or even just a little bit about the city itself. We tried out specific drinks that someone recommended from a specific bartender, and they were phenomenal. If I could go back, I'd definitely have one of those again. Someone else recommended escargot, and they said if you were going to do it anywhere for already paying for it, this was the place. And we are glad we listened to them. And some of these folks are regulars amongst all the other resorts. And one surprising fact, even though we had an amazing time, this was actually one of their least favorite resorts. So for us to go back another time to another Sandals resort, it's looking like it's only going to be up from there. What's amazing is that resort was only open for 2 months, so they've got a lot of stuff to figure out. And step 10, alone time. I know this is a time to celebrate being together, but you can't just suffocate each other the entire time you are there. Just like when you get home, there's gonna be times they're at work without each other. Extend that to your honeymoon. We know that this whole trip is about you, but you don't have to be nervous about spending some alone time. My wife stayed at the pool for a foam party, and I went out with a group to go shopping in the city. Not only that, but I wake up earlier than she does, so I was able to go down to the pool, reserve a spot, and either enjoy a good book, take a nap, all by myself. It was fantastic. And then when you come back together, it's even stronger because you get the chance to miss each other. Value those little moments of alone time. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Now, I know I said there was 10, but here's an extra tip. Don't sweat the small stuff. Things will go wrong. It is Murphy's Law. It's bound to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when. It'll probably rain on your excursions, or your server will tell you that they don't have any more shrimp Caesar wraps. You will get sunburnt, or TSA will take a bottle of rum that you got from the duty-free store. And sometimes you might even get in arguments with your wife or husband. It's okay. It's normal. You will get through it. Regardless of what happens, it's not worth your time to sweat it. Even if at the moment it seems like it's a big deal. You're going to get back home, and in a few years from now, you won't remember it. Or if you do, just laugh it off. Just think back about the fun times you had, the beautiful sunset on the boat, or clinking with mimosas in your hand. Those are the moments that you will remember and you will cherish. So, thank you again. I hope you enjoy your vacation, and see you next time.